Hi there, welcome back. Let's take a look at some transfer stories in this morning's newspapers. The Daily Mail say that Newcastle are expecting to receive a formal offer from under Isak this week. We'll keep you across that.
Oh, now the interesting thing about this is the director of recruitment at Manchester United is a gentleman called Christopher Vivell. He knows SESKO really, really well because he actually signed SESKO as a 16-year-old when he was at Red Bull Salzburg. So if you look at United's movements in this transfer window so far, the players that they've brought in the forward areas, Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, Ruben Amorim wants them to play in the two number 10 roles. But significantly, they are both players who have had significant Premier League experience compared to some of the other signings that they made in the forward areas in recent seasons, the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Rasmus Højlund and Anthony. You just get the impression that maybe Manchester United feel that they need to have learned lessons from what's happened in the past and bring in players who are ready to go in this transfer window. Exactly. But look, the potential recruitment of a striker, of a number 9, that is likely to happen later in the window, if at all. I'm not saying that is definitely going to happen, but United definitely in the market to strengthen in the number 9 position. They do want to bring in a striker. They have explored the conditions of a deal for a number of strikers, including Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins, Victor Gyökeres of Sporting, who of course is on his way to Arsenal, Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea, though his price could be really prohibitive. And interestingly, RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, who's been linked not only with Arsenal, but with Manchester United as well for the last 3 seasons or so.
It's pretty good business. So Alejandro Garnacho is one of those players still surplus to requirements at United, but he's not the only one, is he?
Yeah. James mentioned about Garnacho and Chelsea. Well, we know that Jadon Sancho was at Chelsea last season on loan. They didn't take up the obligation to buy, so Manchester United received a £5 million penalty fee from Chelsea because they didn't take up the obligation. United still want to release Jadon Sancho. They want to sell him on a permanent deal, if at all possible. Dialogue is open between Juventus and Manchester United over the potential signing of Jadon Sancho, as it is between Jadon Sancho's representatives and Juventus. Now, Juventus are working on sales before they can do a deal for Sancho, because their big priority in this window was to sign Francisco Conceição from Porto. They've effectively done that now, but to bring in someone like Sancho, one or both of Timothy Weah and Nicolas Gonzalez would have to be sold for them to be able to go into the market again to bring in someone like Jadon Sancho. If it doesn't happen, because there's still a big doubt whether he will end up at Juventus, there are a number of other clubs in Europe who are interested in Jadon Sancho. But Manchester United want to get this deal done sooner rather than later.
He's not the only one. Anthony's another one that United would rather sell. They want to sell him. Remember, he went on loan to Real Betis last season.
They'll fight for their place in the team, which is perfect for me. The other way to look at it is they're just trying to protect their negotiating position. But you wonder whether that ship has sailed now because of what's happened in the past month or so, because it's been made clear that Manchester United don't want these players. And if you're a club who want to buy these players, as much as Manchester United will say, well, if you don't meet our asking price, they're not going anywhere, clubs will say, well, we do know you want to sell them, so let's just wait until that price comes down. But it's clear why Manchester United will want to do this, because they want to maintain a good bargaining position that they found themselves in with this. But if you go back to, I think it would have been when Erik ten Hag was in charge, and he had effectively exonerated Jadon Sancho from the squad completely. He was not part of the